Hello and welcome to another episode of the HellFire.
So we trying to do that off guard or what?
Hello and welcome to another episode of the HellFire Club podcast. This is episode eight.
I think, right?
8, yeah.
8 or 7. Might be 8.
Yeah, this is 8. That's what it is.
Yeah. 8, yeah.
I am Majid. I'm here with
Arturo.
and what have you been doing this weekend, bro?
I don't know, bro. Last night I was at you heard of Lemon Festival? Lemon Fest, I heard?
Oh, at Upland?
Yeah, downtown Upland.
Yeah.
I was there last night. Me, my girl, and met up with the Brazilian homie and his girl.
Yeah.
We just walked around. It was pretty cool though. I don't think I've been to the. I'm not sure. I get those mixed up. You know how they have Irish Fest too, like in around St. Patrick's Day. Have you ever been to that one? Same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same shit. But I think
I've been there like when I was a kid.
But yeah, that's like kind of like a little fair. You know, they got like little rides. They got like food everywhere, little games.
Yeah,
beer.
I remember like what is it, smashing grapes or something.
Oh, okay.
Did they smash grapes over there or
not that I seen?
maybe I don't even I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know like where exact location I was at.
Yeah. No, but it's right there off Second Ave, and then after that. After it started shutting down at 11, all the people who had like booths and stuff had to shut it down, and then we're like, oh, we'll just go stop by this this bar, like that's right on Second Ave. It's called Second Ave Saloon. You've been there? Remember we went for Halloween?
Yeah.
And then so we tried to go there, dude, and the line was crazy because I mean everybody's from the festival was just like trying to go and drink still, and that line was crazy, so we just bounced.
Yeah.
And then we went to another bar. But then my homie couldn't get in because he had shorts on. So like fuck it. Then we just left and went to another bar right here, 66. Just chilled there. But it was kind of like live band night or whatever. And then we just had a couple beers and then that was it. Just went home.
Yeah, I just took an L with the car.
All week.
Still.
Huh? Yeah.
Still not up and running.
No, but at least you got over that hurdle of the axle.
Yeah. Well,
not like
technically I didn't.
But you got over it, but you didn't actually.
No, I went around it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because getting over it, right, would be I accomplished.
Actually taking the axle
out? Taking the axle off. No, I just went around the obstacle. Yeah, dude, like, bro, we tried like everything to get that thing out.
Yeah.
Just, like, literally just doesn't even want to come out at all.
Hours of footage on there, huh?
Just people just hitting it with hammers, hitting with like pry bars, just with zero movement at all.
Shit. And finally you just decided to do what? Just take out the whole...
Yeah, well, because we're going to change the seal.
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean, since we're already doing everything with the car, it's like, dude, let's change all the seals.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't get the axle out, so we can't change the axle seal for the driver's side. Left side.
Okay.
But I mean, the tranny, we put in the new clutch, new flywheel. The tranny's up in the car now.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta.
Just waiting on some parts to be delivered. Right?
Yeah, because the tranny has axle seals on the tranny as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a right axle seal. We put that in.
Mm-hmm.
The left axle seal that we ordered was the wrong part.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was hitting up Honda. Hey, do you have this? Like, oh. So I called like one Honda dealership. They're like, oh no, we can order it though, and it's gonna be there by Tuesday. And then I was like, I kind of wanted to get the car running by Saturday.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me call you guys back.
Uh-huh.
Then I called another one. I was like, yeah, dude, we have one left.
Uh-huh.
Like, all right, cool. So I got in like my dad's truck. Booked it down there, and all of a sudden, fool. We don't have any, but we can order it for you. It's like, fool. You guys made me drive all the way down here just to order it.
Could have just done that over the phone or something.
Yeah, like give them like my card over the phone. But so I ordered it. So I guess hopefully Tuesday the car is gonna be running.
So it's been officially like over a week now, right? That you've been out.
Yeah, well, because Thursday was.
Last
Thursday was when my clutch totally went out.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, it's been
How,
a little
how,
bit more than a week.
how's the no car life?
Bro, it's straight rough. It's like it's like being back in like a sophomore
In high
all
school
over
or
again.
what?
Yeah, just straight having to get rides.
That sucks. I know. I popped my tire and I was just out for like, I don't know, like a day or two. And even then I was like, damn, like what the fuck?
Yeah, like you want to go do something and
And
you're
then
like,
you
oh,
can't. You're like, you gotta hit somebody up or something, or take Lyft,
yeah,
which is
straight
gonna cost you.
garbage.
Yeah, it sucks. Um, but other than that, dude, on Saturday, early Saturday, I was helping my mom move a bunch of stuff like out of the garage, and cause my mom was gonna get like the garage like clean, like pressure water, like everything like deep cleaning in there.
Yeah.
So going through all these boxes and stuff is when I ran into my sister's box of DVDs and I found Dawn of the Dead in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight classic.
Yes, I'm thinking I'm gonna watch it this week, and then maybe I'll shoot it to you if you want it, and then we could just
go over it.
Yeah, cause Phoenix Forgotten I heard was straight ass, so I was
Yes,
like, I don't know. I heard from some reliable homies, some sources that don't even waste your money on it.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. Well, if it's that bad, then it will just do like a throwback. I'd rather just do Dawn of the Dead from the 1978, I think it was. Well, or 19 somewhere around there, 1980 or something.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to like remember like their clothes.
Let's see. 1978. Yeah.
The throwback. The
Yeah.
straight vibrant.
Yeah.
Blood.
And so for me, it's almost like watching it for the first time. Even though I've seen little parts in it and stuff like that back when I was a kid, I used to be like, I was shook. I didn't want to watch it. And then, but I do remember some of the scenes. And so.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I'm watching it for the first time because it's been so long.
Yeah, what I remember, I think it's kind of slow. It's not like
it's especially now you're used to like
action happening like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, or
bro, I mean Fast and Furious, the straight opening scene was action.
Even zombie like movies, like you still have the slow zombies like Walking Dead and stuff, but like I'm talking about the movies like Train to Busan or World War Z or like 28 Days Later, like they're all fast as fuck.
Yeah, even the remake Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, they were moving pretty quick, right? They were running.
Yeah.
What do you? So this is the only thing I'm worried about. Like if I watch it back, am I gonna be like, oh, this is? I don't think so though. Take into account 1978, and this was like before all that stuff. But hopefully it still holds up because I haven't seen it in so long.
I've seen it kind of recently, not too recently, but
still hold up. You still like it?
Well, I'm not. I'll
you just wait.
Yeah, I'll wait till how you feel.
Do you prefer like the zombies that are like you? What do you think is more effective? Like the slower ones that just walk, which I guess you could build like more suspense or tension that way, or is it more fearful like when they run and they're kind of unstoppable? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you prefer? Like if you
I think like fast zombies, bro. It's like, bro, I just like off myself.
Yeah, it's like no chance.
It's not even fun anymore.
Yeah, because when you do see the fast ones, like the way they get away, it's all unrealistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or I mean, you're just running your whole life.
Yeah, you can't like coexist with these things.
Yeah, it's not like in Dawn of the Dead, the original. Like, I mean, you could at least grab some supplies before they get to you.
Yeah.
So you have like a little bit of time to straight do stuff.
Yeah, but
with the fast zombies, it's like you're passing everything by.
Yeah, exactly. You got to really set up like a fucking
camp before it even happens.
Yeah.
Because there's no going out back outside.
Yeah, that's true. You're totally fucked. Because even with machine guns, dude, you still have so many of these things, and they're coming at you so fast that like you could only kill so many. They're gonna get you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least with the slow ones,
you have time to straight loot.
But they could still like if there's still large numbers, still kind of get close to you, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's so cool. But Yeah, I was watching World War Z and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? These things are crazy. Those ones I think are like the might be the most like
Ridiculous.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know what's been bothering me recently?
What's up?
It might be weird, not weird, but all right. Like this whole. Let me first explain, right? I'm for equal rights for like everybody, right?
Yeah.
But what bothers me is like when I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to
get it.
oh,
You want to
like
word it?
like feminism, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying feminism is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I think like when other people like when people are not allowed to complain about like their problems. You know, like
You mean like men or
if a man was like, you know, like what about like men's rights or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
When somebody says, "Oh, I'm all about the what is it, MRA, that men's rights advocate,"
Uh-huh.
everybody looks at him like a straight piece of shit.
Like a douchebag?
Yeah, like he's like a misogynist or something.
Well, what do they when they say men's rights? What are they talking about?
I think mostly it's like, well, bro, see, like I'm not part of like men's rights, so
Oh, okay.
so I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
But when I think of like, oh yeah, dude, men's rights, it's like I'm thinking more like in divorce courts or stuff like
Maybe
that.
like
Child
custody and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's just like it's yeah, you have to look at it like objectively. You can't jump, but I think it's people kind of get that same thing like well, what about like if somebody said what about whites' rights? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like right away you want to be like, what? Like white rights? Like you guys have, you know? And then you could be like, oh no, well there's stuff like affirmative action or something, and they like feel a certain way. So then I guess that's how feminists probably react to like dudes saying like men's rights.
Yeah, but I mean, it's if you're about like, you know, being equal, like I think everybody.
No, I
should
know
be
that's
equal.
why I agree. Like I think you should listen to what they're talking about and see like hey like you know you
Yeah.
can't just bash a dude for saying men's rights. But I'm saying it's kind of like a white person saying like, well, what about white people rights?
Yeah, but I mean,
Like you know historically like men and women,
yeah,
whites and
but
minorities.
but also like white men, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can't really complain at all. Like if a white man complains about something,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, dude, you're a white male, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, technically, yeah, they probably have stuff like they can complain about.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how much weight does it hold as far as other people's?
Yeah, but I think when like,
I think you can hear them out, but it's just.
but I mean, when you like totally shut everybody down, it's like,
Mhm.
all right, so you only really care about like you getting up.
Mm-hmm.
Where we should, you know, be like everybody should be equal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for the
So
most
like
part,
when white privilege or whatever.
Uh-huh. But I just think like for the most part, men have so much like privilege or advantages over women in so many areas that when you do point out like something, people are quick to be like, well, you know, that's like one thing. But if you look at overall, but no, there's some truth to it. I mean, as far as like one thing I could think of for sure is like divorce cases and like child custody and stuff like that. For sure, there's that. But I mean, it's so it's like
Yeah, but also
the weight, you know,
like colleges, right? Is
Uh-huh.
more females are going into college than like males.
Uh-huh.
But it should be like, you know, like why, like we should explore why this is happening.
Mhm.
Just like how like very few females go into like STEM.
Or like the sciences
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like we should see like why this is
Why
happening.
there's not as much of a push
Yeah.
for women to go in these different fields.
Yeah.
Because they're more like, I don't know, guided towards this more traditional women's role job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take everything case by case, I guess. Like, hear it out, explore it. Yeah, that's a good word. Like explore into it. Why? That's because there's.
Because I mean, I think like I mean,
Was there like something that happened or like anything you're referencing?
well, so some people, this person on a social media platform, just like kind of bashes like how men think, and they're like, oh, you never like you guys never like understand like a woman's perspective. But the problem is when you just want us to like conform to like a woman's perspective, right? Is you don't care about ours. You just want all men to understand how you guys feel, but but in the same regards, you don't understand how we feel.
Was this woman? Was this woman like a? She kind of like a, like one of those more extreme feminists, or?
I don't think so. But I just think like
some of them are like for sure a little sensitive and stuff.
Yeah, a little too extreme.
Yeah, because I mean, I would consider myself a feminist in the way that you just want them to be. You want them to be equal and treated equally in the like employment, all that stuff. That's what I mean by like, oh yeah, I'm feminist, like equality. Like, but I think there's so many levels of feminism or like being a feminist that it's just like there's feminists that counter other feminists, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, where do you go? Because yeah, I do remember I was listening to a podcast and this chick was a feminist, this woman was a feminist, and then one of the people on there was kind of like, oh, about the feminist like the feminine perspective, like, well, do people ever talk about the masculine, or like just kind of asking?
Yeah.
And then she kind of like snapped on him, kind of like
well, it was
like she was so like bothered by it, like, which I get though. Some people are real passionate about that, and then but the thing was, I always look at intent, right? And this dude was just kind of asking, like he's not like the smartest dude, but he's just kind of like, well, like, isn't there, if there's a feminist like way of view things, is there like what about like the masculine way of like, I don't know. He was just kind of asking like, why can't we have like a masculine view or something if there's a feminist, like the counter or whatever. She kind of didn't like that and was just kind of like, what, like kind of talking shit, but
yeah,
you could tell she was bothered. I was like, well, I mean, yeah, this guy wasn't really trying to upset you. He's just kind of asking
a question.
That was on Diaz's podcast.
Oh.
It was Lee.
Yeah.
Asked something about that. I don't remember who the guest was though. It was a woman, but he had asked something about that. And she kind of.
Yeah, because I mean, like we think totally differently. Like how males think compared to like a female. Like if I came up to you with like a problem, right? You're gonna try to give me like an answer to to solve it. While I think women, they'll like understand like how you're feeling about it and all that. Like I don't really care. Like if you're like, oh yeah, dude, my girl was like, when you were like talking about how your girl was tripping out that you didn't call her.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, she kind of has a point, fool, because
yeah,
you had your phone on you. It wasn't like, well, I was having fun and I don't care about your emotional state.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, it's different. Yeah, you gotta take both into consideration.
So I mean, like, that's I'm just saying is, if we have to, understand like how a woman feels, I think they in turn, need to understand like why we do certain things as well.
Yeah, but like, do you have an example? Like,
well, I just don't want to blow stuff up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just kind of trying to get like what more or less I get what you're saying, but I'm like, if you had like a scenario, but I think, but yeah, like I said, for sure there's a difference in the way society treats women and men, and there's certain things we could do that they can't do, and sometimes things we don't even think about, that we're just kind of like me, like, I mean, for example, I could go out like jogging middle night, and I'm not really tripping, but like women can't. Just little things like that. I think that we just kind of take for granted, and so I don't know. It depends. I think you just kind of have to acknowledge that there is for sure an advantage, but then also too they can't just shut down anything that we have to say about any issues because we're not women.
Yeah,
whatever,
I mean,
you know what I mean?
because we both have different advantages.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Just recognize the advantages you have.
Women, yes, women do have some advantages too. But I mean, it's kind of like if you compare it, it's just kind of like you don't want to try to go down the checklist and then it's gonna.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, don't pretend like this is the 50s or anything, because it's not like that anymore.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like, if you're talking about the 50s, yeah, it's different. And then there's difference, and then there's its own difference when you're talking about white feminism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay.
Or like, what else straight bothers me, triggers me?
What's up?
This idea of like rape culture. Like, I don't know anybody that that is supporting rape culture. You know how they're like, oh, you guys are so. This is
like maybe like in music or movies and stuff like that.
Like contributing to rape culture. It's like we don't have a rape culture here.
I think we do.
How do we have a rape culture?
Like, I think it's just, I don't know, like through music, I guess lyrics, through music videos, through ads, through.
But is that rape culture? Because if anybody gets raped, nobody likes that person that does the raping, right? That that's why like all these, like, if somebody gets falsely accused.
Do you mean like rape culture? Do you mean like, do we condone that here? Is that what you're saying? Because no, then I don't. No. Well, yeah, the rapists get like shamed, but then so do like the victims kind of get blamed too sometimes. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah. I mean, we don't. It's not like everybody acknowledges that rapists.
But are they getting blamed, or are they just getting asked questions?
No, sometimes you get blamed for sure.
Because a lot of people
are like, oh, well, what the hell? Why'd you go out so late? Or why were you there? Or why did you drink some? Or why did you wear that? Like, it's stuff like that.
Well, like, all right,
those are questions, but they're kind of
insinuating that. If you get raped, right? And you go to like the police, they're gonna ask you the standard questions, right? They're gonna ask you, why were you there? Because were you there for some guy or what? Like, I don't like. I just want to know the story of like how this happened.
No, yeah. If you're asking questions about like the story, that's different. It's like just getting details to like for investigation. But I'm saying, like, if you start asking questions like, well, why were you wearing that? Stuff like that. Or why were you like drinking like so much? Or why were you, then it's kind of like, well, fuck. It's not like I did all this shit to ask for this to happen, which is a lot of reasons women don't even go to the police or don't even report it. A lot of the majority of these, like any assaults, don't even get reported because it's really discouraging when either somebody doesn't believe them or somebody thinks it's their fault or shit like that. Or even it's just they kind of feel shame.
I know, but right? We have a system of innocent until proven guilty. So technically, you have to be, you have to be skeptical when they make that claim. Yeah. You can't just automatically believe them.
No, yeah,
because then if it's wrong, then this guy's
getting 100%. For being, and if he's innocent, then the guy's for sure.
And that never goes away. Like,
no, yeah, it people will like label you that.
Yeah, like what, Michael Jackson? Technically, he got off, right? But everybody did. His name straight goes hand in hand with
Uh-huh.
child molestation.
Yeah. Well, that's a weird case, Michael Jackson. That's just.
I know, but I'm saying even if like there was like zero evidence
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah. Then
everybody gonna
let's say another person, right?
say
I don't know. Just make a who cares? Like not even a real case.
Yeah.
So somebody accuses somebody, and he's clear, whatever. Let's say she just did it out of spite or something like that.
well that one chick, what's her name? Amanda Knox.
Didn't she? Oh, okay. I know. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I
Well,
don't know anything
I
about
think she blamed like some ice cream shop guy,
Uh,
like the owner of like some ice cream shop.
uh-huh. I remember seeing that documentary, like just scrolling through Netflix.
And then, but I think that guy's like life was just straight, totally ruined.
Yeah, that does suck too. Yeah, for sure. It could be false accusations or it could be real
Bro,
accusations and nothing
and she was
happens.
like Miss Princess on all these news channels.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, she deserves to be in jail for just doing that to that guy.
Yeah, she got off, right? And she was just right. Is that the
Well,
one?
she
I
no,
don't
she
know if
was
I'm thinking of a different one.
she went to jail like it was like France or something.
Mm-hmm.
She went to jail for a while, but everybody's like, oh, you know, she didn't kill her boyfriend or something.
Mm-hmm.
Cause some guy, like her boyfriend and roommate, got killed,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, they thought that she did it
Mm-hmm.
because of like some, I don't know, love triangle or something.
Uh-huh.
But she was like, oh no, this guy loved her roommate or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and so he came or whatever and killed them both or something. Or no, just killed the roommate. I think her boyfriend survived or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't
But-
really know the story.
But she went to jail
Mm-hmm.
for a while, but everybody's like, oh no, she's innocent, you need to release her. And all the news was like, you know, covering when they were about to release her. Like she was like straight America's darling.
Mm-hmm.
But yet she straight ruined this guy's life for just falsely accusing him of murdering.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, I think later on she was like, oh yeah, it was a mistake, I'm sorry about that. It's like, no, bro, you just,
Yeah,
You
it
straight-
sucks, dude. Yeah.
like this fool had a straight life and you just ruined it.
Yeah. No doubt.
So that's all I'm saying is when you, I mean, it's straight wrong when obviously a woman gets raped.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you still have to ask questions of
Yeah, as long as you just don't insinuate that they're to blame, then of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you hear some of these people that talk about it, any question you ask is, why are you questioning her if she's a victim?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know about like. I don't know.
Like you haven't seen like when, like you're not supposed to question her at all, pretty much. Like that Rolling Stone article, remember? Like this one chick said this whole fraternity raped her or something like that. She like she said it in like Rolling Stone,
Mm-hmm.
and the journalist who's supposed to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
do his research,
Mm-hmm.
get actual secondhand information to make sure that she's not lying.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that because he was worried about, you know, questioning if she's since she's a victim or whatever.
Yeah.
But it turns out it didn't happen.
Yeah, dude. I mean, of course, falsely accusing people is wrong for sure. And then the actual act, of course, is wrong for sure. Like, you know, so it's just.
Yeah, no. So like, how do you stop this? Is you kind of have to question what happened,
Uh-huh.
and then you go from there.
Sure.
You know, it's like sometimes, like when I'm not trying to equate this like that they're the same like level of problems, but
Mhm.
like when that dude had it wood on his trailer on the freeway, and it flew out of his trailer and hit my car.
Uh-huh.
Like the cops came by, they saw the wood in my straight hitting like in my fender and all that, not
Mhm.
fender, the bumper.
Uh-huh.
And then I made the police report and all that. And then they just sent me a letter. Yeah, it's your word against his. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I know what happened,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I mean, I guess I mean, I understand because that dude rented his the
Mm-hmm.
dude that owns the trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one that I gave the license plate to
Mm-hmm.
on when I called the cops or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He lent it to like one of his neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, oh, we can't prove that they were driving. It's like,
Yeah, well, that's also too why a lot of girls don't report shit too, because it's like, well, it's your word against theirs, and it's kind of like, what are you gonna do?
yeah, no, but
It
I
sucks.
still, I mean, you still have to report it, bro.
Yeah, what? I mean, wait,
I
but
mean, but I mean, just sometimes sometimes it happens and it doesn't work out in your favor, right?
yeah,
That's kind
but
of,
it's just, it's. I mean, I would want them to report it too, just so at least it can, at least you try it. But it's just different, because I mean, I wouldn't know what it's like, if something like that
if you
happened.
got raped, what would you do?
I don't know, dude. That's just,
I think
I
it's
wouldn't
different
know.
with guys though too,
Yeah, it is.
because guys is like, now it's like, and now you're opening yourself up.
Yeah, cause then that's like, I don't know. They're both shameful. Like, you're both like, I don't know, embarrassed, whatever. But I think with dudes, like, we're not good at like admitting that shit,
Yeah,
talking about it.
yeah,
We're not as good as talking about our feelings or stuff like that as women are. So I feel like guys would definitely keep that on the hush.
yeah, yeah. They would not. I don't think
I don't think any guy would
like
probably
that
want.
pride would.
Yeah, because we're different. We're kind of like,
Because you just
nobody
got,
wants to. No dude's gonna want to tell anybody like that happened. You know.
yeah,
That's
straight rough life right there.
yeah, that sucks, dude. But for anybody
And then
though.
also like, cause like, this is what I'm saying. Like, dudes can't really complain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you heard like, oh, this dude got raped, you kind of chuckle a little bit, like, dude, what happened?
There was a podcast I was listening to where I think it was Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne and Andrew, and they were saying the same thing. Andrew Schultz, and they were saying the same thing, like okay, Andrew. I think it was Andrew said it. He's like, anything that happens to women, like rape or something, that's fucked up. He's like, it's not funny, or like, because I don't know. You look at women like you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like protect and whatever. He's like, but I don't know why, man. He's like, I don't know. I don't know if this is what he said word for. I remember getting. He's like, but man rape is like a little funny,
yeah,
though.
yeah. It kind of is.
He's like, it's a little funny, and I was like, fucking guy.
Like, what's it when I think Bobby Lee was on Fighter the Kid,
Uh huh.
and he was like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
oh yeah. He was trying to get that
yeah.
story up.
He was like, yeah, dude, he was raped by a
I
Down
think he was
syndrome.
molested.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was molested by the Down syndrome. Somebody with Down syndrome.
Yeah,
And then like Brendan and all that, he's like, Bobby's like, wait, why are you laughing right now? He's like, he was trying so hard not to laugh.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's not funny, but I don't know, something like, if you think about it, it's not funny, but like I don't know, there's something about it that's just
Yeah,
makes you laugh.
that's why I
guess.
think like a guy would never.
Yeah, because they'll probably just, how many jokes they're gonna crack on you? Like,
Yeah,
all the
and then
homies.
like you come out of the police station and you feel like everybody's gonna laugh at you.
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna be, I mean, yeah.
nobody's gonna take you as serious. Or what?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's another one.
But report, yeah. The message of the day.
I don't know, man. I would. It's tough though, cause
Dude,
It's-
no, you have to, bro. Because I mean,
I think if not report, just I don't know. I kind of think it's cool when victims come out and talk about it, like on some certain platforms where it reaches a lot of people and stuff like that. That's one way of dealing with it. If you don't actually report, like police report.
okay,
file
hold
it.
on. Do you think if they don't report, do you think, and they go onto like a straight huge podcast,
Mm-hmm.
do you think they should name the person that did it?
I think it's up to them. It's how they're feeling. If they're
But then what happens if it's a chick that just wants to get back at some guy, and she just says it?
yeah, well then I don't know. Well, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about when it really happens. I'm not talking about like falsely accusing somebody on a podcast. I'm talking about like the people that actually go through shit and put it out there for other people who actually went through shit. and they listen to it, and it's either they
But
have advice.
I don't think they should name a name.
It's up to them. I mean, if let's say it really did happen, and the cops told you, well, there's nothing we could do, then you're gonna go out of your way and do it yourself and publicly shame the person that really did it.
I know, but now you're sending like a precedent of like, just gets weird with that.
So then, what you just take?
I don't know.
Like I'm just saying, like,
but
say you were a chick and that really happened to you, and then like the cops are gonna be like, oh well, there's nothing we can do. Well, then do you just stop right there, or do you be like, well, okay, well I know this happened for a fact, and I want this person to not do it to any more other people, so I'm gonna put them on blast. So they gotta at least deal with some sort of repercussions or some sort of consequences. You can't just get away scotch free. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to. It's because I try to look at it like in both sides, right? I want to be like consistent in like both thinkings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I mean, some of like the girls that Bill Cosby raped, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just publicly shamed them, right? And then more people came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's.
But then also, like, what happens if what happens if Bill Cosby didn't really do it?
Mm-hmm.
Then his whole legacy kind of got ruined because somebody didn't like him, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. There's a shitload of women with that one though.
No, I'm saying like what happens. So there was, I'm
like,
saying like different timelines, right? Say different timeline. He didn't really straight drug.
Say like all that shit was made up.
Yeah. But only one chick came up and said, "Oh yeah, he did this to me."
I would find it unlikely that like one chick would make that up and then a bunch of other chicks and then everybody.
No, I'm just saying like if in different universe, so right? So like comic books, different universe. Some chick came on to the news and said, Bill Cosby raped me. And it was only that one chick. And he didn't really rape her or anything, right? But his like now he's gonna kind of go down as a rapist.
Yeah.
Right. So in that scenario, that's like this messed up.
That's fucked up. Yeah, and that's.
But in this,
that girl's a piece
okay,
of
but now go into this universe, right? Where I mean, like, I guess I'm thinking he kind of did it, right?
I think there's some truth to that one, yeah, for sure.
So, but I mean, the cops didn't do anything, so I think
he starts trial in June or something.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, if she didn't like, like the first person didn't report it
back in the day. Because it's
right. So then later on, she reports it. Not really reports it, but like speaks on it. And then in that case, everything like fell into place. Which in that case, it turned out good.
Yeah, because then it encourages other victims to come out.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, it could turn out good or it could turn out straight wrong.
If it was all a lie, it could be wrong for sure. But in that case, I think.
So then, how do you?
I mean, I'm just saying what I would do. Like, what I would like if let's say it wasn't rape. Let's say it was something else. Let's say I went to I don't know. I got like treated unfairly at a place and. Like I was buying something and then they kind of like fucked me over, and then I reported it and the cops were kind of like, well, there's nothing you can do. It's like their word versus yours. I would be like, no, well, fuck that. Well, let's like here's all the facts. Like here's my story, and I'll fucking try to set up a boycott or something, like, you know. That's just like if I was really. If there was like somebody wronged me, you know what I mean? Because if you want to go and be like a shitty person, falsely accuse somebody or something like that, then what can you do? You know, like that's wrong. But I don't know. What I'm saying is like I would want to like do a boycott or something. Like let's say we got treated unfairly somewhere and all this shit. I wouldn't just want to stop right there and be like, well, the law didn't do anything about it, so that's it. You know, like I just let it go. Like you kind of have to do your own protest or do whatever. You know what I mean? Same thing like if the jury finds these cops innocent, like, and they like wrongfully killed somebody, like, do you just like, oh well, the law says this, so do we just stop, or do you kind of go out and protest, do your own thing? So that's what I'm saying. Like with women who really did get something happen to them, I'm like, well, you just gotta speak on it, do whatever you want, do whatever you can, because let's say this person did this to other people, they gives them the courage to come out and stuff like that. So I'm all for that, but then you're saying like, what if somebody just
because the person that's gonna falsely accuse somebody doesn't care how you really.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's gonna
people's lives are gonna get ruined.
Yeah, either way,
No win situation.
Yeah, it's kind of like the bad with the good, good with the bad. Then yeah, I would feel bad for a dude who didn't do anything, and they're just like, well, some bullshit. The girl didn't like him, or whatever the case, or make some shit up, get this dude in trouble. Like that's fucked up too, So this is just gonna be good people and there's gonna be bad people, dude. It's gonna be good people that or like bad people that do one act or the other. But I think it'll all kind of come out in time and show. Hopefully,
But I don't think it really does.
Maybe like, I don't know. If you have to make something up about somebody like that, wrongfully accuse somebody, you're just a shitty person. Like your life probably sucks. You're miserable. Nobody wants your life. You're just not happy inside, because people that are happy and living good life, they don't do that. Nice people.
Bro, you never had like a crazy ex? Huh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everybody has crazy exes. Yeah.
Or like a chick that pretends that she's pregnant to keep you,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some crazy people out there.
Yeah.
Men and women,
Or like a chick that has a kid and says it's yours and it's really not.
We know. Yeah, we've seen stuff like that happen. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude, for sure. But these issues are kind of tough to, like, how you gonna. I mean, you can't necessarily prevent it. You can't necessarily. They're always gonna be there. They're gonna, they're gonna be there.
Or what do you think about like people like losing their job for stuff that they say?
Okay. Like an example being like if I had a job and I don't know, I was like doing an interview and I said something.
Or say like
it depends what the job is too, the position that you're in or whatever, or the company you work
like
for.
What's the name? What's that dude's name? That radio guy? He had like a big radio show, I guess.
Howard Stern?
No. Don Imus?
I don't think I know.
I think he was talking about like these college basketball team that were like they're black, right? And he was like, yeah, nappy headed hoes or something like that. And then
the women's basketball team or something?
Yeah. And then I guess they fired him for it.
From the radio station?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was like a...
But I mean, I think because he's supposed to be like...
Is it like XM or something? AM, FM?
I don't know. But he was like one of those...
Kind of...
He was trying to be,
like shock value type of dudes?
But he was trying to be like... He tries to be like a comedian kind of...
Just not really
but
good at it?
I don't think he's like, hit the mark.
Well, yeah, dude. I think if you say something like that, then.
But I mean, he was trying to be funny, bro. But the thing is, like,
if you're on like public radio, I think that's as opposed to your own like a podcast. I think that's where the difference is. Like, if you have your own podcast, or if you're on a podcast and then you say something like that.
Okay, so if he would have said that on a podcast, people could be mad,
but then it's kind of like, well, he's not gonna get fired.
but all these people are gonna straight boycott or not boycott, but try to make him lose his job. Like people are gonna go on the TV show. He should never talk like this. He needs to lose his job.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying like I'm saying he should have if he's gonna make funny or whatever offensive comments or whatever, he should just do it on his own podcast. Because if you do it like on public radio, then people are gonna get offended. They don't want to hear that, you know.
I know, but people lose their job even when they're doing it like what's his name, Donald Sterling.
Oh yeah.
Like he lost his job for.
Well, he didn't lose his job, but
he got kicked out of his own basketball team pretty much.
Well, he sold it. He's gonna force to sell it or whatever. Well, yeah. I mean, who's gonna wanna support somebody who says stuff like that? You know.
Okay, but why?
Plus, he still made like $3 billion. So I mean, he's pretty cool in that situation.
But I mean, he's cool any situation, right? He was already rich.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So maybe he's like, dude.
But I mean, the players are all. We're watching the Clippers right now. They're all black, like the fans and all that shit.
Yeah, but he said he didn't.
He said some fucked up shit though.
I know, but he also said like, I don't care if you have sex with them, just don't take pictures
and bring them to the games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way I don't know, it's just. Hey, if the people decide that they don't want to fuck with the Clippers after that, unless they have a new owner, then that's their choice. You know what I mean? You can't just bank on everybody to be cool with that.
No, but I just don't think like people should.
I think people should lose their jobs depending on what they say and depending on what the job is.
No, bro, it's freedom of speech.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't go to jail for it, but if like, let's say it's something else. If the company says, you know what, we don't want that representing our company. Like, let's say me and you, we had a company. And one of our, like, let's say, I don't know, dude, whatever. We had a company and somebody's talking shit about black people, saying shit like that. I'd be like, hey, you know what, you got to go. Because that's a reflection of the company. You know what I mean? I'm like, freedom of speech, that's cool. Go take that freedom of speech and do your own thing. Like, if that's kind of your platform, the things you want to talk about, you could just do it on your own. I don't want that reflective on us.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying is people going all up in arms and like boycotting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the idea of people going on like radio, like what Al Sharpton and all these, like they're going on places and saying somebody needs to get fired from their job because of something that they said. I think that's like, dude, like. Stop trying to like take everybody's job because they don't like you don't agree with.
No, it's one thing if you guys disagree, but it's another thing if you're just saying shit just to be out like offensive and outlandish and just disrespectful, like intentionally just trying to like talk say shit like that. Then that's where I'm like, nah, I wouldn't want that.
Okay, should comedians?
If
do they have like different rules?
Well, if they're like stand up on the stage, or you're talking about like if I have a comedian on
if they stand up on the stage.
If they stand up on the stage, I don't know. But then they're I don't know how that works. Like, who would they get fired by though?
Well, a club probably wouldn't hire them, right?
Not hire them? Yeah, that's the club's choice. You know, I mean, if the club's like, hey, you know, we don't. If you own the club, you don't have to book a comedian that.
Okay, but I mean.
Bring you heat.
Okay, say some.
They could talk about whatever they want. Some people think it's funny, and maybe there's other clubs that'll be like, oh, you know, this guy's hilarious. Like, yeah, he could talk about bring up race or whatever, and he's funny, and he's not doing it in I don't know, like a straight, just offensive way, just to be like that dude Kramer or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, see something like Kramer, like. I mean, if you think that was funny and all that stuff, go ahead and book them. You know, it's your club. But if you don't, which I think everybody didn't, then it's kind of like, well, they don't have to hire him at all.
No, I know. I mean, he was kind of a bad example because I think he wasn't funny.
That's not. Like, there's racial humor and stuff like that, but that was. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying because like I mean, if it's like somebody like hilarious, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that did that. Because Kramer kind of wasn't that funny.
He wasn't even,
So it's like it's kind of like, like, all right, well, we're not gonna hire you just because you're not funny. You don't really have to have you don't really have to have that whole rant that he did as an excuse to not hire this guy. But say somebody hilarious. I don't want to, but that
white guy.
Yeah, that said something like that one chick that was on the airplane going to like Africa. It's just like, oh, I hope I don't get AIDS. Just kidding, I'm white.
Who was it? I don't even know.
It was some like chick that was on her Twitter, like trying to make a joke. And she got straight fired for that.
Yeah, then that's another thing. It's like the platform too, because it's like when it's Twitter or something. Twitter is like the worst thing to kind of, because like people can't read it and they can't get your delivery when they're reading it. They're reading it the way they read it. You know what I mean? Like that happened.
But I mean, if you saw that tweet, you'd have
no. But I wasn't even talking about her specifically. I was gonna talk about I remember Charlemagne had tweeted something. And he's just kind of like, oh shit. Well, nobody kind of understood like what I was like my delivery. He's like, so after that he decided like, if he has something to say kind of like that, he's gonna do somewhere where he can explain it longer, like on the show or something like that. Because it's a limited amount of characters, and then they don't actually hear you or like all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's different because if it's your Twitter, it's different. I feel like you have more leeway when you're on the stage.
She got fired from her job for doing that.
Where did she work at? Or what?
I don't remember. But everybody came up and was like, everybody was like going on TV.
Yeah. Well, this
complaining.
The thing is, like, you can't tell people what they can and can't be offended at because, you know what I mean? It's just, you don't get to decide
I know,
what they should or shouldn't be offended by. If they're offended, they're offended. And
I know, but it's becoming everybody's offended by everything.
I know, but the thing is, if
so there has to be a point where we're like, we don't care.
Well, I don't know.
If you're offended, okay, sorry, bye.
Then that's the call of the CEO or whatever of the company, you know. That's their call.
I know, but I'm saying like as a person, like if I saw that Twitter and I was offended, right? I'm not following her. That's just it.
Yeah.
I'm not going on the news saying everybody should not follow her.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
You know, it's not my call to.
Yeah, usually, yeah. It
tell
depends
everybody to be offended.
It depends
by
what's said. It depends what they're spreading. If they're spreading an idea, like a hate idea, or shit like that, then it could get like tricky. It can get, you know what I mean? Like in that case, that thing, I would. But if I don't know, if there's something like another Twitter account, somebody is kind of spreading a lot of that. It's kind of like a hateful idea, like hurtful or something. Then you kind of.
I just have a problem with
people
like
try
people
to put
like
a stop to it, you know?
telling you what to be offended by. And like if you're not offended by it, then
yeah.
Then
usually if
I'm
if yeah, like well for me, if I'm offended by it, it's because I'm offended by it. You know, it's not because I just want to be offended by it for the fuck of it.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying like if I was offended by something,
like Al Sharpton telling people,
like,
did he tell people like, oh, this is
wrong.
This is outrageous.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe he's just talking to the people that feel like him, or talking to other people that feel like him, not to go and support a certain thing. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like up to you. Like, if you're not offended, you're not offended, and if you are, then you are. You know, but yeah, but then it's some shit is. It's kind of ridiculous where you're kind of like, oh, fuck this person, like.
Yeah, I mean, like I could understand, like Bill O'Reilly. I can understand. You have to let him go because, I mean, your station is getting a bad rep, right? You first had the owner of it, right? So what's that dude's name? I forgot his name, but he was accused of like sexually harassing people. Then you have and you're like, oh, we're cleaning up our image. And then Bill O'Reilly he gets accused by a lot of people, looking like Bill Cosby. It's like, okay, if you want to clean up your image, you kind of have to. But I mean, when people like tell people how they should react to something, it bothers me.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like, let me make my own determination if it's offensive or not.
No, yeah.
And if I don't find it offensive, don't like
really
shame me for not finding it offensive.
Right,
Like,
right.
dude, it's not that bad. And
Yeah. No, I
it's
get.
like,
Yeah.
oh, you're perpetuating rape culture. Like, no, dude, I just don't find.
Yeah,
like,
it's their call.
You have a rape joke. It was kind of a funny one, like,
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's your call at the end of the day.
Like when you're laughing at Bobby Lee
talking about the thing,
getting molested by a Down syndrome. It was funny, like the way he
like set it up and stuff like that. Yeah.
But I mean, me laughing is not perpetuating rape culture.
I get what you're saying.
So don't tell me how to react to react to stuff.
Yeah.
Like that chick tweeted. It's kind of.
Dude, you gotta show me this tweet or what you like. I mean, we won't talk about it like on air. I guess who you're talking about and all that stuff. But after we'll talk about that because I'm just curious now. Sounds good.
It was. I think it was about like dating or something. Like, or like first dates or something like that. Which, bro, it's like a guy has so much responsibility on this date. See, this is why I hated about how, like with feminism, when a guy can't talk about like the stuff that bothers them. It's like when you go on a first date, how like you have to be straight on, right? Like the girl can just be there, right? You're trying to
more pressure's on the guy.
Yeah, because it's like he's auditioning, right? It's like he's trying to get the role.
Yeah, he's trying to make the.
And then she has the decision of should I yes or no.
Whether you go on a second date, whether you hook up or not, whatever. Yeah. For the most part, I mean, yeah, there's those cases where the girl's trying to get the guy, but we're talking about for the most part,
like
the guy trying to get the girl
in the stock situation.
Yeah.
Like she has that fire.
Excuse that siren. That's outside somewhere.
Yeah, that's all I'm just saying is like.
Yeah, I don't know, but then I remember Amy Schumer, I think, said a joke, something like, "Oh yeah, I used to date Mexicans, but I stopped because I prefer consensual. Or I used to have sex with, or something like that." And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's not. I mean, I'm sure for like her white audience, like white women and stuff, they probably thought it was funny, but I don't really think that's that funny, I just kind of like. I guess I could see the
joke in it.
The joke in it. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna think it's funny because she's not catering to me, or like I'm not like her demographic, I guess, for that joke, But I was kind of like, oh well, I didn't like that joke. That's
but
stupid.
the thing is, the joke I say is like because Mexican like I wouldn't just say Mexican guys, right? Because it's all like not Latin, South America. How they like aggressive, right? Not aggressive as in they're gonna grab you, but they'll tell you, like they'll whistle at you, right?
Yeah. I think that's where she got it from. But then if you look at like a lot of the rape cases or sexual assaults, like how many are white? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or molestations or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like,
but I think just saying it as in, that's how I took it.
Yeah.
Like when what was that movie? Desperado. Remember when Selma Hayek was like walking?
Yeah, and then
they're all like honking and whistling, and they crash the car.
That's because they're in Mexico. That's
all
there was.
Yeah, but I mean how they they're kind. I don't know what the word is. It's not aggressive because it's not.
Just like out there, like just
not speaking their mind really.
Outspoken, or.
Because aggressive is kind of like a bad word, right?
Yeah.
It's like.
I get what you're saying. Like they'll shoot their shot.
Yeah.
And just.
Or like even like black guys, they'll be like.
Yeah, black guys. Yeah, all of us. Well, but this is the thing. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could see like
the joke in it.
Yeah, but then you also don't want to be like, what the fuck, like, dude, just a Mexican doesn't fucking want to rape you, like, you know what I mean? There's that part where I'm kind of like, okay, but I saw the joke, and like in a case like that, it's not like I just thought it was kind of dumb, but it's not like I would be like, hey, everybody, yeah. hey, everybody needs to be offended at this, you know.
Yeah.
Just because I thought it was whack, maybe there was another
somebody that liked it.
Somebody, specifically a Mexican dude, that probably thought it was funny, you know. And who am I to tell him? I mean, I think it like it's kind of like it's gonna make us look bad, like, but I'm not gonna sit there and tell everybody like I'll voice whenever I think something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like whether it's on Instagram or whether it's on here, if I think it's wrong. And if it's that bad, and I'm like, well, let's say it's something crazy, and I'm like, hey, you know, if you feel like this, like, let's get together and do a fucking protest or something like that. I mean, I could see that too, but I don't think I get what you're saying though. It's not like you should be like, hey, all Mexican dudes need to be offended. This is some bullshit. Let's fucking boycott her shows, or just go in front of her
and ruin her career. She should never work again.
Go in front of her. Yeah, unless it was like, if it was like a Kramer situation, then I'd be like, whoa, like that's kind of fucked up. Then I'd be like more, I hope this person doesn't fucking get booked, you know. If they're just at that point, well, because he just got frustrated. At that point, he wasn't trying to be funny. He just wanted to like
hurt their feelings.
Yeah, because I guess they were like heckling or something.
Yeah,
they might. From what I heard, they were like heckling, so he just started talking shit about like slavery and all that shit. And that shit was kind of like, whoa, you know. What I didn't like either was Carlos Mencia with the talking shit about like Mexicans, and he's not even Mexican. Like, you know what I mean? I thought that's like, what? Like, he's like Honduran and like half white, half German or something. But like, he would try to play into that and get the pass and change the name and all that.
Yeah.
He got exposed, and after that, I'm kind of like, well, good, you know, this shit was fucking.
But
but then that's also part of it's not just so much race. It's part of it's like you're phony. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't. I think like his case was also special because he was like known as stealing jokes, right?
Yeah. Until and like within the comedians, yeah. But and I found out like in high school when Joe Rogan had posted that video, or whatever, that video got out and he got exposed. That's when.
But that's when like all the
majority
stuff started happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was because he was stealing jokes. It wasn't because like he was pretending to be.
No, I know, but that's kind of like. It kind of goes with your character, you know what I mean? It's like you're just a fraud. Like you steal jokes.
Well, I mean, like what's his name?
Pretend to be a race you're not.
Andrew Dice Clay, right?
He
started off like. I think that was like a character that he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that's his like thing, right? So I mean I think Carlos Mencia could have got away with it, not got away with like joke thief, but being supposedly like Mexican or whatever. If he was actually a legit comic,
if it was all original material and stuff, could have been. But you know what's funny is that I had seen an old. I think I was watching Comic View or something back in the day, and I remember seeing an old bit when he was like just in the beginning, and he had said something about like, oh yeah, like talking about Mexicans in the sense like the difference, like he's like, and he even said he was like Honduran, and he had said something like, oh, like kind of like I can relate to you guys kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he didn't claim to be it, and then later on he kind of started claiming to be, and because it was like working in his favor.
Because I think
But it was like a really early thing before he developed, like, you know, I'm sure it was before he thought he was going to be as big as he was.
Yeah.
But I remember that.
Because, I mean, I there's comics that, like, you know, they do, like, a persona, and then the persona kind of takes off.
Like Renato?
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude's funny, though, man. That dude's
you know, yeah, I know, but, like, because he's original, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, dude. Like, all the Brazilians love that fool. You know?
Yeah, as long as you're doing it right, you know? Because he's not, like, talking shit about Brazilians. He pretends to be, like, a prideful Brazilian. And he's, like, he's not making them look stupid, you know what I mean? Like, Carlos Mencia is fucking... He'll talk shit about, like, quote-unquote beaners and shit. Like, you know, it's kind of like, okay. Like, to get a white person to laugh.
Yeah, but I think if he was actually original...
That would help a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he was stealing jokes was...
his downfall. Yeah, especially because that's like really looked down upon if you're a comedian. Anything with the art, you know, like if you're stealing somebody's fucking
paintings
or like movies, like if I pretty much take your script and then just kind of change a little thing and then make a movie, it's bullshit too. Or music, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but that movie's kind of because.
But if I'm saying if it's like down to the T where you straight like copy them, sometimes you get sued for that, or sometimes you have to buy the rights to kind of remake it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, but
I mean, some people get away with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
But yeah, Hanato's funny, dude. I was just watching his interview. I saw the one with Frank Shamrock and I saw the one with Henner when he had the show.
Yeah.
Does he still do that show, or is that?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, and he had a lot of views. He had like tens of thousands of views on all of those.
Yeah.
I've seen him on Mat Therapy or whatever.
And when he was making fun of like Frank Shamrock's teeth.
Oh yeah.
And he was talking about like braces or whatever.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, and then I saw him with I saw a boss on there too. And he's like, yeah, then something really bad happened. Talking about his modeling career or something.
Oh.
He's like, then you got struck with male pattern baldness or something like that. Yeah. He's like, no, actually, I'll shave my head like before or something like that. I don't know. It was just funny. Have you ever heard that dude talk out of character? Like he's just himself?
Maybe like when it was the Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, one of those shows. Yeah, I saw that, and then I saw one like recently where he's just him, and he's just like, I think he's still like, I want to know, I want to think he was dressed or whatever. He was kind of like the character, but he was just talking regularly, like doing an interview, and I was like, fuck, dude, this shit's so crazy. Like you forget, Yeah. Like you just want to.
Like that's him now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, at the Lemon Festival, I ran into some 10th Planet dudes. I was chopping up with them.
Where?
They just had 10th Planet sweaters on, and it was Riverside. I think that's the closest one.
This is one, I think, Corona.
Oh yeah, there is a Corona. Yeah, from what I remember, there's a Corona. Yeah. And I was just talking to them. And
were they actually?
Yeah,
roll there or just got
supposedly they rolled. Well, because they knew, because they asked me where I trained, and I told them, Chris, and they're like, oh, and at the UFC gym, and they're like, oh, where did he like train at? And I told them like Checkmate in Huntington. And they're like, oh, okay, under Joao Assis or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh shit, it's dope. Like, it's badass. So they kind of knew the shit. Yeah. So they probably roll. I mean, they didn't have cauliflower nuts, so it's probably like white belts or something.
Yeah, like us.
Yeah, like us, So, but they were real cool dudes. And then I was with the other homie from Brazil, so they're telling him like I was telling him like, this dude needs to do it, like it's in his blood pretty much. And like, yeah. He's like, yeah, maybe. He's like more. But I always tell him that too, and he's like, I think he's more into like soccer. And stuff.
Yeah, because that's like their sport.
Yeah. He's more like a soccer fan. But yeah, dude. So should we do that Dawn of the Dead? Run that one back?
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
I'd rather do a throwback classic like that than some movie that probably everybody thinks is shit or didn't even watch, because I haven't even heard much buzz about it. I'd rather spend the airtime on a classic like Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. Also, what's up with Scarlet? Did you talk
no, I haven't. I'll talk to her today, though. See if she wants to.
Hey, fool. This is what I'm talking about, the lag.
Dude, that shit's in 3 months, though. It's not like it's...
Yeah, I know. But I have to get on you at 3 months because you're going to straight lag it until the last minute.
Damn. But, no, yeah, I'll ask you. I'm like, you really want to go or do you not? Because if you do, then we got to see, like... So that way I could tell you... Because if she doesn't, she's like, no, not really. Then I'll just do the Fear Freak with you. Sounds kind of weird, huh? Yeah. By that we mean it's a type of ticket, like
type of pass. Because I accidentally bought 2.
Yeah. So, because there was a special deal on Friday that it was half off pretty much, and then first 100 people will get half off of half off. Yeah. Which is pretty
legit.
Yeah. So it's like would that be like 75%, right? Discount, I guess.
Yeah.
Off original price.
Yeah, something like that.
I guess. just like 50% off that, 50% off that, total 75. I don't know, whatever. And then what were we doing? You're trying to click on it. You clicked on
Yeah.
it
So I
twice or something.
so like when you buy the ticket, right? It had a
Like a plus or minus or something, right?
yeah, but
Like,
the box is blank.
yeah.
So
I saw that.
I typed in 1,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, all right, type in 1. How do I proceed? Like, how do I
enter? Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So so I was like, all right, maybe I just go plus. Maybe that's confirm.
Or like the next.
Yeah,
to
like
the next.
yeah. So
step.
it took me like I pressed plus, and it took me to the next step.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, I put in all my information, credit card, everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, because it didn't, seems legit.
Mm-hmm.
And I went check out, and like they gave me the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $40,
Uh-huh.
right?
And
so
at that point you're thinking
the ticket
like,
is supposed to be 55.
standard price 55. Yeah.
And so I was like, wait a
Plus
second.
fees and shit. Uh-huh.
I was like, how's $40?
What did I get? Like a 15% off?
Yeah,
or 25% off?
What happened there?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, maybe 55 was like they automatically did the half off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like it's already applied on
Yeah,
that?
and then maybe I did another half off, but I was like, but $40 from 50, that doesn't add up.
Yeah. But by this point you had already checked out.
Yeah, it's already
And then you're kind
applied.
of thinking like,
Yeah, I was just trying to do the math. I was like, dude, this doesn't work. I was like, all right, maybe fees. I was like, dude, how much could fees be?
I know, like, damn, what's all these fees?
And then I was like, all right, let me look at this receipt.
Uh-huh.
Like, let me just try to see this breakdown, that how they broke it down with taxes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, why does it say, like, it said 2 Saturday tickets?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
and then you realize, oh shit,
like 2 Saturday tickets. Like,
uh-huh.
I was like,
when did I do that?
dude,
Yeah.
they added to my +1.
Yeah.
So I was like, so then that's when I text you, hey bro, I got you a ticket, bro.
And then that's when I was like, oh shit. But I was in class and I was like, oh shit, I forgot. Well, like I knew the day before, but I was like, I'm gonna try to get them after class or something. I'm not gonna be in class with my phone, my credit card, doing all this.
Yeah.
So then, but by the time I tried to go on there, it was just regular half off.
Yeah. So that's why I was like I'm asking you, so like.
That way, if you could sell it or
Yeah.
bring someone else.
Yeah, probably try to sell it or whatever.
Sell it for full. Well, around full price.
Full price.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if like your girl wants. Oh, because I don't know.
Because then she would have to probably get Fear Freak. If, let's say I'm like, yeah, let me get that ticket. But if not, if she's like, oh, just do general, then I'll just do general with her, and then you do the Fear Freak, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because I think you're in a different line.
Yeah,
and I don't
so
know.
we're not gonna be all together. And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
But not like all together, because like last time we did it, right? We were all together anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, like getting the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's gonna be like in a straight long line, and then we go like right in.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. We would all have to kind of match together, if that.
Yeah, or I don't know if she would like want to wait by herself.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah, so
Not her. Should be over that shit. Especially if it's like something like that. That's not even like
her thing.
Yeah, it's like totally ours.
Yeah, that's what I was like, bro. Ask her. If not, I'll just sell this. If you want the ticket, take it, or throw it.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I'll buy it off you. If she doesn't want to go, then I'll just buy it off you, whatever. But
Yeah, but straight last minute, bro, it's gonna be straight hard to get rid of this ticket. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Be like, oh,
I think the closer to it is easier. I think it's like the week up. You could probably sell it. Are you gonna try to do the wristband things again? Depending on the setup, huh?
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know if it's like.
Oh wait, how was it? The Fear Freaks thing.
Yeah, you get the.
So they scan it.
I think.
And then you can't go in and out. Maybe.
I don't know.
Do you remember? I don't remember. I didn't get one of those though. I had a little wristband. I remember that because I remember you got one of those because you were Fear Freak.
Yeah. But because remember last time the line was fast.
Yeah, Scare Lake line wasn't bad.
But I mean, I went like right inside and got all my stuff.
Yeah.
Because we split up to get our tickets.
Mhm.
Because you ordered them before, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, you didn't buy them at the door.
No. I had them already.
But you had to go in like a little line, right?
I think so. And then, yeah. Because you had a different line. You also got like a little bag with like a little.
Yeah.
I think it has like some cool.
That's
some
what I'm saying. Is like if we're in like different lines, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like your girl be like, oh, I have to go to general and all that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's what I was like, dude. If you and I doubt you want to pay 55 or whatever.
Regular price now. Huh?
Yeah.
That's true.
For her ticket, just to get Fear Freak.
Yeah, that's at that point.
Yeah.
Or what about when you're like, damn, dude, I should have got fucking the Monster VIP or what's it called?
Yeah, I forgot.
Was that like the top dog or what? Like
well, the top dog is like Monster with, like the weekend, right?
Oh, the whole weekend, probably
like,
fucking hotel and shit. Was it
one
of those?
No, it was like just like the weekend, right? And you get the.
How much was that? Like $1,000 or something?
No, it was like I think like $300 or something like that. But the Monster for Saturday, the VIP, whatever it's called, it was like 2 something, right? But with half off, it came out to like 150, and then half of that is like is like $60.
Yeah, it's
like bro,
75 or something.
I was like, bro, that's
that would
$60 does not get like straight premium stuff.
You get everything, huh?
Yeah, you get a T-shirt too.
Yeah, you probably get to do like all the meet and greets and everything. Dude.
Yeah, and then you also get the party thing, the after party thing.
Oh, that's right.
Which is like $20.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, I should have done that. Like I didn't do I was doing it so fast. That's why I did the accident.
Well, that's true. Because if you take your time, wait out and think.
Yeah, then I'm gonna lose that half of a half off.
Yeah. So you're kind of like you just got right in and just
like they sent me the email, bro. I just jumped on the computer and just went right at it. And there's no thinking involved.
I didn't even get the email till like way later for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was refreshing. I was like, fuck, I didn't get shit.
Yeah, I got it like at 10 or whatever. I went straight
on there.
Hopped on it, bro.
Hopped on. No, yeah. So that's later, like 3 months from now. But shit'll go by quick. I remember thinking Monster Palooza was so far away. Remember? Like I don't know. I was talking about like in fucking Halloween, right after Halloween.
Yeah.
January, and you're like, oh, Monster Palooza, and then before you know it, it's here. Like it's just.
Yeah, I wonder how Scare LA is gonna be this year.
Yeah, it's a new place. It's at the LA Convention Center.
Especially because Monster Palooza was straight.
Yeah,
crazy.
That had to be. Well, I don't think that had to be, but I'm sure that played a role in them switching the venue. Maybe. Yeah. Or maybe every year both events are just getting bigger and better because they were kind of new. Like they just started not too long ago.
Because I remember at Monster Palooza, like one of the ladies was like, "Oh yeah, Scare LA's here too."
Yeah, it's like the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
So I wonder if she's like, oh, like if they're like, okay, yeah, we can't, like saw how Monster Palooza did and was like, yeah, we probably can't do it there anymore.
Yeah, it's just way too many people, and the place is big. It's just like it's just turning out. It's just like the turnout is just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
There's not a little spot, the Pasadena Convention Center. Like, it's a cool convention size. But it's just, I don't know. I just think maybe more people are becoming aware of it. Maybe at first it takes people, like, they missed it 1 year and they're like, oh, you hear about it and you see videos and stuff. Yeah, so I think it's growing. So.
Yeah. I mean, is horror, like, becoming popular thing now or something?
No, I don't even think so. I don't even think a mainstream, like, I just think it's I think the fans are just kind of finding these type of events and stuff, you know what I mean?
Cuz like Monster, like I didn't go to Monster Palooza last year.
No.
I mean, I heard and I wanted to go.
I wanted to go last year too when I had heard about it. I think what's the name was there? Nick Castle, The Shape. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, well, I remember you text me, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was straight on my knees at work.
Oh, and you couldn't get like time. Yeah. It was hard to get time off and stuff like that. Yeah.
Because I think that's like when I barely kind of started.
Yeah.
Straight sucking the white man's dick.
Pretty much. So.
Yeah.
You're working for the man.
And so I was like, dude. So I couldn't go then. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like the way they were talking about Monster Palooza on Saturday. The way I saw it on Saturday. it has to be like something popped
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
I don't see like it getting that big that quick.
I think just Saturday's always been was always like the most popular day for any like weekend event. Then they also had Linda Blair that day. I don't know if that played into it. Maybe a little bit. She was there on Saturday.
Because also Comic Con's been like that thing's crazy
Is
getting
Comic
tickets.
Con still growing or is it kind of peaked?
Bro, you can't get tickets for it.
Yeah.
Like you literally have to be like when they're about to sell the tickets, you have to be like on it
Yeah. That's gonna
because
be
they
like.
straight sell out.
Yeah. I've never been there, but you don't have to go to know that it's a fucking big ass event.
Yeah,
You know?
it's straight crazy. But I could. It was like that kind of before, but I could see why also. Like you have all these new movies, so all these like new comic book fans
Yeah.
are coming out.
For sure.
So I'm
That's
thinking
kinda
like,
growing it.
is it like is there something about like horror like is there gonna be like a revival? Maybe because it Alien, but I don't know. They didn't like really come out.
I think the thing with horror is just like people just still love those movies from back in the day. Like it's just cult following, you know. I think with comic book movies, it's if they're doing really good in theater, then I think the fans like are gonna like it's just gonna grow as depending how they're doing.
Yeah, but I
Like
mean,
with horror, I think that it's just there's just always gonna have
but
its fan
no,
base.
but like even with comic book movies, they're always gonna be the comic book nerds that are
Yeah.
gonna go,
Yeah, for sure. But
right? But I mean, how many actual tickets can you sell with just that that group?
yeah.
I mean, probably a lot, obviously, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But
But then you get a lot of just like mainstream fans.
yeah,
That
but
like
now
these
you're getting
movies.
like just general people.
Yeah, because all the Marvel movies were killing it, and then DC started doing good. You know, like Dark Knight trilogy and shit like that, and all those movies are doing really good in the box office. You know, so you just get a lot of just regular people, not even like comic. I bet you a lot of majority of the people that don't even read the comics. They're don't.
Yeah.
Comic Con is not even about like comics really anymore.
Nah,
dude. It's not.
it's like pop culture. Now.
Yeah. Like I see people, I'm like, what? You were at Comic Con? Like, what do you even know about like? Yeah, I was like, oh, it's officially just like a not even about
trendy
comics.
thing now.
Yeah, exactly. So, but not like Monster Palooza and all that shit's not like that. I feel like it's strictly like fanatics, you know?
Yeah.
Of the genre.
But
Scarelay might be a little bit different because that's it'd probably be the same people. But Scarelay, I just feel like it's more. Might be.
But I could see it going into the way of like where
it becomes a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Are you the one of those people that like?
No, I mean, so I have like I guess different opinions. Right?
Yeah. Right away you're like thinking, nah, that's cool. But then you're kind of like, I don't want to see like certain people, like certain, like.
The biggest thing is I don't want like, bro, if it's straight. Way too hard to get a ticket for.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's gonna be like
it's already hard as it is to like get in
like
or wait in these lines.
Like Monster Palooza Saturday.
Mhm.
Like it was, if like you saw somebody that you know didn't like horror movies.
Yeah.
And they went with like a group of people that didn't like horror movies, and you just see them on Instagram with their ticket or their wristband. You'll be like, bro, like,
get out of here.
Yeah, dude, I was waiting in this line, and you guys got in.
Yeah. No,
like, you're not even really there.
Yeah.
Because you like, you know.
I know this is like different, whatever, but I remember feeling that way when but it's because the thing is like at the end of the day it's like a business, so they're gonna generate, you know what I mean? It's all business. Like I remember thinking, like for the Mayweather Pacquiao fight, I remember thinking like all these people in the front rows, like celebs or people are just there because it's like an event. Like
it's
spend money
cool
on
thing to do,
and they rack up those prices. So it's just a bunch of rich people or like that have access to that. I'm like, dude, you're leaving out all the boxing fans, like real boxing fans that could name you the last 10 fights. Like ask one of these guys like name me like 10 of Mayweather's opponents or something, or like Pacquiao, or who's
or like who's a
Yeah.
Even something simple as like, what's your
current
like,
champions?
what's your pound for pound list right now?
Yeah, stuff like that. They'll be like, what? No, they're like, we're just here because this is a Mayweather Pacquiao fight. Like, this is the big thing to do, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, and then you're kind of like, dude, there's like real fans that are nowhere gonna be able to see that live. That would love to see it live, but they're priced out so high that it's just celebs and just A-listers and wherever, just. And then so that I remember feeling that about that. So like, it's the same Monsterpalooza. Like, if you're just there, just kind of like, I don't know, just do something.
Be there. Like, that's how I think Comic-Con kind of.
Comic-Con just got into that.
Like, a lot of people kind of go there just to be there.
Yeah, and then what? Like, if you're the people who throw these events, what are you gonna do? Like,
well, I have
cash in,
yeah, dude. I have no like.
Yeah,
I don't care about like. They do what you gotta do. My thing is just.
Yeah.
I just would hope comic book fans could get in like priority.
Yeah, I agree. Like, those people.
Like, let's have a. I mean, we can't have a little litmus test on voting, so let's have one on like getting your pre-ordered tickets or something.
Yeah.
Like, who's your favorite superhero? Because it's just gonna be straight.
Yeah. Because for sure, Comic-Con grew out of that comic
book nerd stuff. Yeah.
That's just.
It's truly like pop culture.
Yeah, it is.
Like, if you want to.
There's even like
previews of movies.
Yeah, that's where they all like premiere. Like, oh shit, the trailer came out first came out on Comic-Con. Like, you'll see like leaked trailers like from Comic-Con. It's not even about that anymore.
Yeah, it's like movies now.
Yeah, so like part of us is kind of like, yeah, it's cool, but then another part's like, you just want to
like I want them to get big, like where
that's what happens.
People so they throw on some like straight cool event.
Yeah, get more money, get you that, because it does give you more money, more. They could book like different people. Like say Monsterpalooza gets really big, like or how it is right now. They could book whoever, like they had Robert Englund, and they had that whole cast, and they had like a whole Q&A for like an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's cool, but then like, but I feel like all those fans are genuine fans, especially if you're gonna pay that much money. So but I'm kind of like, keep it that way. Like, I don't want to see like a bunch of fucking, just I don't know, but whatever. I mean, we're still gonna go.
Yeah. I mean, so that's why like I'm not like one of those guys that are like keep it small.
Yeah, like horror nights. It's not like you go to horror nights. None of those people are real like horror fans. No, they're just there for the event, which is totally understood because it's Universal Studios. But I'm just saying, like, pretend there wasn't front of the line, and like we were like, oh fuck, dude, like Halloween 2, or like I fucking love this. Like, I could tell you everything about Halloween 1 and 2, and then but I'm gonna have to wait in the fucking long ass line. People are just there just to get like
just to be there.
Yeah, just to be
get some cool Instagram pics.
Yeah. But luckily, we always go front of the line fast.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if we didn't, I'd probably be like, fuck, all these people don't even know about Halloween.
Even the fact that we have to get front of the lines pass.
No.
Like we should be getting just general passes.
Like Freddy versus Jason or something. Like, a lot of these, I saw a lot of, like, teenagers probably didn't even, like, really know, like, this backstories or anything.
Yeah, probably didn't even see, like, the actual movie.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's cool, like. Because it's it's Universal Studios, but you get what I'm trying to say though. Like, let's say we didn't have front of the line, or let's say.
I mean, the fact that we have to actually pay more.
Yeah, it's different. It feels like Knott's or something because their mazes are just general. It's not. They're not movies. You know what I mean?
Well, there was like one movie.
Was it?
I think it was like Quarantine.
Oh, okay, but.
That's when that. But that was like forever ago.
Yeah, because this shit's really like, same thing with Six Flags. They're just general, kind of just scary mazes. That's cool. But, like, Universal Studios obviously has the rights, or is able to get the rights to certain movies where they can actually make a maze. Like The Exorcist, like, my sister loves that shit. So when she was there, she was, like, hyped,
Yeah.
But.
I just hope it doesn't get, I hope it gets big.
Yeah, well, Horror Nights is already big as fuck. Like, if you're not getting front of the line pass, you're gonna go over there and waste your money, pretty much. Because you're gonna, like, those waits, hour and a half and all that shit, fuck that.
Yeah. Can't wait till October now, bro.
I know. So, yeah. So, I don't know. How do we get on to Dawn of the Dead? That's how we start talking about this shit, I think. So, yeah. I mean, I'm down if you're down. We'll watch that.
Yeah, watch Dawn of the Dead.
1978 one.
Have our point of views next.
Because I don't even, like, dude, I haven't seen it. Like, it's pretty much going to be like me watching it for the first time.
All right, when do you want to talk about it? Sunday or Thursday?
Probably Sundays. It's probably next Sunday. Or I'll let you know as soon as I watch it. You know, because what I got to do tomorrow? I don't know. But just to be safe, probably Sunday. Maybe Thursday, though. We'll probably just try to do it. Because Thursday's kind of like the bonus episode or whatever. I feel like we've done movies just for Thursday.
Yeah.
Like middle of the week is kind of just like watch a movie.
Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna want to watch this with your girl though.
I'm gonna try to, but let's see how she likes it. Cause she hates old movies. Like she's just kind of like, what? This shit's fake. This shit looks stupid. You know what I mean? Yeah. She'd be like, what? Are you serious? This is stupid. Like we tried to watch like Fright Night. She thought it was stupid. Like all this shit. If it looks fake, like I know she would have hated Hellraiser or anything like that. Or like if the effects look really outdated, she's not gonna fuck with that. Yeah. That's why I think the only one that she can fuck with is like Halloween, because they didn't use any effects, and it's kind of like.
Yeah, there's really no.
And it's kind of it can work in any time, you know. They didn't use any technology that's like specific from there. The only thing I could remember is like the phone, with the cord. Like nowadays nobody has that anymore. That's it. But she hates like, I don't know. I was trying to watch Friday the 13th and she's like, what? Are you kidding me? Like people getting a head chopped on, it looks all stupid, you know, like the mom and shit like that. So I'm gonna just trap her and we'll make her watch this.
Straight try?
Try to just make her watch it, so.
For sure.
Alright, well, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. So this was another episode of the HellFire Club podcast.
We'll see you guys probably Thursday. We'll upload it on Friday, Thursday. Something like that. Yeah. All right. Cool. With Dawn of the Dead, or Thursday's Dawn of the Dead, or Sunday's Dawn of the Dead. Whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. All right. See ya. Later.